February 2026 is going to be opening with a noticeable shift in energy, because right before we get into February, we have a couple of crazy things going on in January. We have Mercury going into retrograde. We have literally Neptune moving into the sign of Aries, and I'm going to get into all of that, but I want you to know that right before February starts, we already have some shifts in energy. So February is not a month that is kind of like pushing or rushing forward, but I guarantee you it has some amazing energy. This is a great month of like reading the signs, revisiting the truths of kind of like, where have you been in the past? What are you still wanting to change or modify in your life? That is kind of really listening to your intuition and getting on the inside of that. So we begin February with Mercury in pre-shadow in the sign of Pisces, and this is going to be literally moving into full retrograde on February 11th. So if you're not already prepped for this, you need to get prepped now. Thoughts about like softening how we communicate with others, softening how we like reminisce with our old memories and things that are coming up. And conversations are going to feel like they're very emotional. That doesn't mean that they're wrong. It just means that they're going to feel a lot of emotion, and that can also bring up some things that kind of feel like unclear, clarified in your life. This is not to bring in confusion. This is to bring you kind of like that intuition. What should I be saying, or how should I be saying this? And what are the old ideas or finished ideas that I really require letting go? Then on Friday the 13th of February, we have this amazing shift in energy. This is going to be associated with bad luck and fear and stagnation and not moving forward and all that kind of stuff. That's because you allow it to do that. I always agree that Friday the 13th is an amazing date and has amazing energy for all of us. So it's really, what do you want to connect with in this part? Then, of course, on February 14th, we have Valentine's Day, and this is going to be an amazing one because it's on a Saturday this year. So there are going to be tons of things to do, kind of bringing up a lot of love and instances of kind of like, I remember this past love, I remember this, loves that have gone by the way. And that really isn't to bring up grief around you. It's kind of let you know where you were. So many times we think of like, oh, what would my life be like if I was still with so-and-so, or still with this person, that sort of thing. And that sounds like a great energy, but it's really not, because that person, if they were still in your life, were meant to be there. Because they're out of your life, it's one of those, bless them on their path. That's the best way to put it. Next, we're going to kind of go into Mercury in stations in retrograde, and kind of like starts to pull out of retrograde a little bit, because it's February 26th. We've got Mercury in the sign of Pisces, which is all about flowing. And so it kind of feels like our communication is not flowing the way it should, because it's kind of moving backward, or it really feels like it's slowing down. This is really to plan shifts in your life. Like, what are you ready to change? What are you ready to do? What are you ready to kind of like bring this up? The one that I'm going to tell you is going to be affecting us more than anything during Mercury in retrograde, with Neptune in the sign of Aries. It is really going to be affecting our Mercury energy, because it's like our dreams are going to feel a little disconnected, or we're going to be thinking about people that we've kind of like loved in the past, like our parents or grandparents that have already gone, or siblings that have passed. But it could also bring up that past love energy, and that's going to make us feel like, why are they in my dream? Why are they bringing up this love that I had in the past? It's all about disconnected communications, things that we wish we had said and things that we should have said, but we didn't say. So just know that this energy is coming in a big way to kind of really move your energy forward. February is all about alignments, and this is going to be where our patience is really pushed to its peak, and we're going to be bringing in intuition and awareness, and really, what do we want to create?